Hey guys, my name is Sophie the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm doing my book review on The Yellow Duster Sisters by Susan Kenway. I just finished this on Saturday night and I enjoyed it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It was a really interesting book. If you're interested in about the life of children or families during World War II, going up in that time period, I really enjoy reading about different people of all ages. I read ranges from older people to young people to youth who got out of the camps and how their lives were changed forever after and how they rebuild their lives. This one is about two sisters who, after the war, they get sent to Africa to keep them safe. And then it shows them growing up, getting older, going off to school, and just creating their lives and growing up without their parents being nearby. It was a very interesting story. I loved the writing style. It was just a very interesting, great book. And they're called the Yellow Duster Sisters. There was this thing in Africa when it was called like they would call it dusters. I guess it looks like yellow dust, and because they lived it, that's what they were called. So the book's called Yellow Duster Sisters. So if you haven't read the book, stop this video now and go and read it. If you want to read it, come back and finish watching this video because this is a spoiler alert. So first off, something that happened, which is really sad, is they find out that their parents ends up getting divorced. And finding stuff out about their father that they didn't know. So they go back and forth between their mom and their dad. Their mother was working for the war effort, she was interested in helping the Poles, so she was working for the Polish people. I think she was like some sort of a doctor or a nurse, and they would go spend time with their mother, and they would go spend time with their father. They were really shocked. They had no idea. Obviously losing children, or they didn't lose their kids, but being separated often tears a marriage apart, and these girls were still very young at the time, so they didn't quite understand. Obviously it was really hard. So later on in the book, they had a hard time deciding. One of the sisters, she left and she ended up coming back because she missed her sister. And what's interesting is that after she left Africa, she's like, well, I want to go back to Africa. And she used to think that was the last place she wanted to go back to, but that felt like home to her because that's where she grew up and that's where she had all the memories with her sisters and learning about her parents and they're getting divorced. So it really shows that, war times and trials really change how you view things and how you see things. So this is a really great book. I really enjoyed it. There are some cool pictures in here. But anyway, it was just a great story. I thought it was going to be more of a memoir, but it was just a wartime story, a wartime childhood story. And when I just saw this book, I was like, well, I have to get it. Let's get it. It was really cheap and it's got a beautiful cover. So let me show you some of the pictures. And this woman has wrote several other books, and I believe her husband is an author as well. Her husband's name is James Kenway. And so here's some pictures. So I think this is their parents, their mom and their dad. It's another picture. And then something else that I'll tell you about that happened in the book was that in their school they were going to in Africa, and of course when you live in different places, the education's different. So they were at this school to finish, I guess it was probably just like their equivalent of high school, just some sort of a finishing school. They wrote their parents, their father. This is how they found out about them getting divorced, because their grades weren't that great, and it's like, we expect you guys to do better than this. You guys need to get better grades, or we're going to send you be back to with your father. So that's when they got their letter saying that they were divorced, and they weren't sure what was going on, and I think it kind of put them in turmoil. Well, I really like this book. Let me guys know what you guys been reading. If you read this book and what you think of it. And if you go back and read it, comment down below so I can know what you thought about it. Well, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye.